to go up 200 feet in the air, go screaming down toward the earth over 70 miles an hour.
All the drops added together create the most free-falling of any coaster that we know of.
As an aviator, I'm always interested in a good thrill. I wasn't disappointed.
Welcome back, Coaster fans. In today's video, I will be giving my full in-depth review on B&M's first hypercoaster, Apollo's Chariot. So, before we get into this video, if you haven't already, leave a like, leave a comment, also subscribe. That would help this channel tremendously as this video is being recorded. We have 234 subs, and I appreciate all you guys. You guys are amazing. Also hit that bell notification just so you can get updates on whenever I post. But anyway, let's get into this video. So Apollo's Chariot. So out of all the rides at Busch Parks, it's definitely not themed fantastically. But for B&M's first hypercoaster, it still lives up to the hype. This always gets compared to... weirdly enough, one of the newest B&M hypercoasters, Candemonium, which I have ridden, and personally, Apollo's Chariot is still better than Candemonium. Don't know what about it is, but has really good floater, and I'm on that bandwagon train, I guess, of saying Apollo is an elite hypercoaster. I absolutely love Apollo's Chariot. Is it better than Diamondback or Mako? No way. Do I think it's probably going to be better than Intimidator or Behemoth? Not at all. I personally think those two rides will be better when I get a chance to ride them than Apollo. But for now, Apollo's Chariot is, I wouldn't say it's high on my ranking list, but it's definitely, out of B&M Hypers, one of my favorites. Not beating out Mako and Diamondback, of course, but there's that. So... it's, of course, one of the first B&M hypercoasters. Funny enough, it actually doesn't even reach the hypercoaster height. It actually goes into a little valley. And that's where you hit your 200-foot mark, making it a hypercoaster. But overall, this ride is just pure fun. The Camelback Hills get really good floater airtime. It even has this, like, weird little double up. Not really a double up, but it has these two really small hills, and then you go back to the ravine before you pop up to the brakes, main brakes, and every single time it's crazy how much airtime you actually get on that ride, that portion of the ride. The turnaround helix is also super fun, not intense whatsoever. The best example I could probably give for a B&M coaster would probably be Diamondback's helix up to the brakes. Not too intense, but a lot larger version of Diamondback's helix to its mid-course. Obviously, the best row is the back row, where you get a lot of the floater. But the front row is a lot of fun, too. I would definitely say if you are crunched on time and there's a long line, go for the back. But if you have multiple times to ride, go for the front, do the back. Two of the best rows. You feel a lot of the speed. It feels a lot faster than it actually is going in the front. The back, just pure fun air time. But this ride definitely doesn't get as much credit as it deserves. I personally think that it's one of the best hypercoasters still out there. I mean, it's definitely not better than Still Vengeance or Sky Rush or any of the newer type of hypercoasters, but it still stands pretty highly when it comes down to B&M hypers. And a lot of people don't think it's an elite hyper. It definitely is an elite hyper. But anyway, out of 10, I would give this ride about, I'd say probably a 9. Really good, nice ride. It does have a lot of historical history, especially for B&M. It also puts Busch Gardens Williamsburg on the map at the time, giving them an excellent lineup. with Loch Ness Monster. If you want to count Dragonfire as a great ride, clearly it wasn't. Alpengeist was open at the time, so also was the Big Bad Wolf. So they had that nice little collection of rides, and that basically just put Busch Gardens Williamsburg on the map in '99. But anyway, if you guys like this video, leave a like, leave a comment, and we'll see you guys out in the queues.